When it comes to discussing the point of competition versus collaboration, the first difference that you would, I think, have to look at is who are the people that have the same just cause or vision that you have, and then start looking for or working with those people and start really building relationships with them, not only because pwede kayo mag-collaborate to grow your channels together or to, have friendships, etc. But more of to actually move forward, have someone that you can rally with towards the same just cause. Remember, when I was training to become a race car driver, one of the things that my coach would tell me is, during a race, whatever happens, even if there's a car na talagang nasa tail mo na sa likod, never look at your side mirror or yung sa rear view mirror mo. Focus on where you want to go. Because where your eyes go, that's where your body will follow. So parang sinasabi niya na the more that you look at your competition at the back, yung the person tailing you at the back, the more that they will have a chance to overtake you. But if you focus on the race and you look at the apex, where you want to take your turn, where you want to bring your car, the term is where you want to bring your car, that's where your body will respond. That's how your body will respond. And I want to remind people who are listening right now na if you're irritated with someone na parang bakit ba laging nagko-compete to sa akin? Kasi minsan naman na-experience din natin yun where we're on the other side, we're like, diba, na parang, guys, I just want to be friends. I just want
Inaano ba kita?
Oo, inaano ba kita? Gusto ko lang naman maging friend. Alam mo yun, let's collaborate. Pero meron talaga mga taong just wants to compete with you. And I think the way that we can be nicer and more understanding of those people is to really figure out where is this need for competition coming from. And I think it's a place of affirmation that is coming from. I like what I think it was Jordan B. Peterson who said that the only person that you should be competing with is yourself from yesterday. And once I read that from one of his books, I just realized, you know what? That's so true, no? Parang if I'm constantly gonna be a competitive person by nature, I have to learn to manage that competitiveness by kind of gearing it towards competing against myself. And I look at myself like, okay, ano ba yung mga nagawa ko yesterday that I can do better today? And that's how I've channeled that energy, constantly competing with myself in my capabilities, with a way that I could be responsible and resourceful with the way that I spend my time, my energy, and everything else. So everybody else looks like collaborative experience for me. Oh, pwede mag-collaborate. Oh, if it's the same just cause. Diba? Parang ganun lang.
And I'll just add this, and this is something I'm working on then with myself. It's easy for us to do that actually. To think na, okay, I'm just competing with myself. I'm trying to better myself. And I guess we both are already in that track of mind, no? Pero I guess for me, the next stage, I think, is being your own collaborator in so many ways. Kasi yun yung balance nun eh. Parang, okay, I need to be better. Tas the moment na, and alam mo yan, Joyce, diba yung, okay na ako with my anger management, pero pumutok ako. When those moments happen, it also falls on us to decide am I going to be my own competition at this moment of vulnerability, or do I get to be my own collaborator then? And I guess we have to think of it that way then. Na, I guess, again, before forgiving sa ibang tao, we have to also forgive ourselves. And when we look at life, it's something that I guess we also need to mention na you don't take a pill and suddenly become a collaborator, or take a pill and then suddenly competitive kang tao. Hindi ganun eh. Seasons ng life, days ng lives. Minsan may mga moments talaga or gaps na, okay, I find myself reverting back to this old thinking. In order to combat that, we have to think na ganun talaga. May ebbs and flows ang life, and we also have to play that role in our own lives. Training siya actually Training siya kung gaano tayo ka-kind sa sarili natin, on how we can be kind to others as well.
One of the most powerful things that a friend of mine told me when I was younger is that instead of looking at life as every moment is definitive, look at life as every moment is seasonal. And that was just so powerful for me. Then you understand that there really are ebbs and flows to things. There really are peaks and throws to things. And it's just the natural way of life. There are certain days and seasons where it's all good, ang ganda, you feel so collaborative, you feel so inspired. And then the next day, for some reason, it just goes into this deep throw where you just feel like, where did all that positive energy go? What happened to that expectant, wide-eyed, collaborative person that was here yesterday? Why do I hate everybody now and want to, bring down every competition and be the only viable person that could deliver to brands and to the audience? But it's true. It's really a part of the human experience. Finally, I think here on this conversation of competition versus collaboration, the most important that we've touched on really is just understanding that we are all on our individual journeys. And I think the best way that we can maximize and, more importantly, enjoy those individual journeys is by looking at other people and asking them, like, hey, how can we help each other? How can we inspire each other? How can we enrich each other's lives? And how can we do it so much so that it would cause something good to those around us, not just for our individual walks and journeys, but also for our communities and our country and the world in general around us. I think that's what makes focusing on collaboration so important, because it welcomes that kind of positive change in the world.
Let's look at things like this. I think it would be a lie if we say that we don't go into these battles wanting to win. Like, to say na you don't want to win, I think that's a huge din na parang, okay, medyo ka-plastica yun, ang very, very slight, no? Of course, we want to go into things na magiging successful tayo, di ba? We fight to win. But what we have to understand is, when you fight to win, you may lose. Pero, ang side effect nun is, you lost to grow. So, even if meron tayong mga simple battles in our lives na gusto nating ipanalo, even if we win or not, we have to understand that there's an even bigger na competition going on. And that is in you being a better version of yourself. There's a sort of poetry, I guess, in the fact that when we die, it's only our bodies, diba? Na parang, okay, wala naman tayong mababaon talaga, or our souls nga lang talaga ang mawawala, diba? Wala naman tayong mababaon eh. So, at the end of the day, ang question lang talaga is, how much have you grown since the moment that you were born? And I welcome you in this quest, and I'm excited to, again, see you sa track na ito. Sometimes magkakabangga tayo, magkakasabay tayo sa pace na ito. Sometimes mauuna kayo, mauuna ako. Pero at the end of it all, may we all emerge as finishers ng race. Not necessarily winners sa lahat, pero makita-kita tayo sa ending.
I love it. You know what? Just one small thought that popped up while you were saying that. Abundance mentality. I know it sounds funny for some people kasi I'm sure hindi kayo yung mga manifest type of person. Don't worry, I'm not like that also. But I get why people say that, because it can be true for them talaga. And for me, yung abundance mentality na yun, which I heard from Marie Forleo a long way back, she was constantly saying na, the reason why I don't stress about these competitions, even though she wants to win, obviously, is because I feel like there is a piece of the cake for everybody. And once you start looking at life that way, you're just excited to see how much you can grow, as you mentioned, and how much you can gain just by keeping on playing with the game.